Great to have you again. Thank you for joining. I want to appreciate you as always. It's 29 minutes past 5 p.m. BIAFRA time, and today is the 14th day of February 2024, as it is called Lover's Day. I don't know why it is called Lover's Day. I don't know what the real or those who compose the Lover's Day really want to achieve. Thank you for joining. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and this is Truth Channel Network. Truth Channel Network. This is Wednesday. We know that um, as of today, I've been trying to get news from the zoo contraption of things that are happening in the zoo. Honestly, I I don't know what to describe the situation in Nigeria. I don't know how to describe it. People are suffering. People are going through hell. People are going through lots of things. People are under duress, and I don't know how a system, that claim to be a nation or claim to be a country can subject the people under this kind of pain without having a plan for the poor. You know that majority of the people who are in that contraption are living below poverty, and you begin to institute or carry out measures, austerity measures, strict measures that are beyond the means of the people, that will daze the people and cut the people off. And you're carrying these things out, and you don't even care what is going on with the people. You don't care. Oh my. Bajabiamila, Femi Bajabiamila was saying something. He was talking about um, that social media has become a malaise or something, or malaise, yeah, or menace to the people. And I began to, I begin to think and wonder what is really, what is really, you know, their interests. You're talking about people suffering and going through hell and going through hard times. And all you're bothered about is how they are reacting on social media. You see that these people are not sensitive at all. The menace of social media. And the people are suffering. The people are going through hell. The people are hungry. People are dying, honestly. It's painful sometimes when I want to come up to broadcast. I begin to wonder. I begin to tell myself, what do I talk about? Should I talk about what because the same people who are suffering are the same people who are jubilating and being robbed by some other people in the name of freedom. You see, it's a complex situation. It's a complex situation. Look around the world and look at what is happening everywhere. It's a very, very complex situation. The things that are going on are so terrible and repugnant that you begin to ask yourself questions. What is really going on? What is the interest of these people? How do they think? How do they reason? What do they really want? Punishing the people, taking the people through hell, people are suffering. Someone was showing a particular, I see many questions going on social media, and someone was saying that he just bought cement for 8,000, two bags 16,000. You see some people talking about 10,000 in Enugu, 8,000 also in Owerri also, and several kinds of price. And I remember that about 4 months ago or so, this cement was about 5,000, 5,005. So it has doubled the price. Rice is going to some 7,000 to almost, depending on the brand you're buying, 100,000. The price of commodities, the common things people should use for themselves, has skyrocketed. Sugar, rice, flour, common things. People can no more afford them. It's heavy in my heart that even the things I have to talk about today, it will be dominated by this particular narrative. What is happening? Why are people so wicked? to subject people. Honestly, I've never heard anywhere where people who have the people in heart, who really desire that people progress, and you are in a nation or in a contraption, in a system that you call a nation, and of more than 70% of the people are very poor, and yet you bring in measures that would stifle the people, that would punish the people further. What have they done to you? These are the people, the same people you claim voted for you, and you have planned hardship for them. A bag of rice going on 70, I mean 100,000 naira. Can you imagine what flour costs? Can you imagine what bread would be like? The staple food, everything that Gary, you can imagine what is happening. And some of these people are earning 25,000, 30,000 in a month. They're working in mushroom places where they are being paid stipends. Their salaries will not be increased. Their wages or whatever it is will not be increased. You are claiming to try to fix an economy, and you can't set measures that will cushion the effect of what you are doing on the people. And yet people will come on social media claiming and telling the people to bear with you. That what you are doing, you are trying to be, oh my God. It is really disheartening. Several calls come to me. We are hungry. We need this. We need that. People are suffering. People are suffering all over the zoo. People are suffering. And the pain is complicated with the people who claim to be fighting for freedom on their behalf, and these same people defrauding them and taking some stuff from them. These same people taking their resources, taking their monies in the name of trying to fight for freedom for them. This is just disheartening. Very, very disheartening. The so-called government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has created more people are dying. See, you might be having one food to eat for maybe once a day or twice a day, or maybe you are managing. There are millions of people who cannot even get for what they are earning now. They can only eat 2 times a week. Some of them once a week, some of them 3 times a week. That means they would have to starve the rest of the times. This is a very, very serious situation, and the people are still supporting the politicians. Some of them are still going, Peter Obi would have fixed it. This one would have fixed it. See, Atiku would have fixed it. This would have fixed it. They are still pursuing after. Is it that? What is going on with our people, for God's sake? What is going on with all of you guys? And people are dying. People are dying. That is the situation that people are going through every day. Hundreds of people are dying from starvation. If you don't know, people are dying. Less More than 70% of the people are already poor. Even before they voted in last year February, they are already poor. I'm talking about abject poverty, not just poor, abject poverty. In fact, it is penury, the highest level of poverty. And now rice now is going on some 100,000. A bag of cement that I knew about 3 4 months ago was about 5,000, 5,005, is now 10,000, 8,000. Gary, beans, bread, the staple, the things that people will survive on. And yet, Nigerians know how to endure. We keep enduring. They keep enduring. Not we. I'm not a Nigerian. The people held by that contraption called Nigeria. Every one of us held in that contraption. We keep enduring. We are struggling. We are enduring. We are starving. We are enduring. How much longer would you endure? The painful thing is that those who claim to want to give you freedom are actually capitalizing on your vulnerability. They know that you, because of the poverty, you will continue to come to them to see whether you will be free. And that is where they lock you up. They lock you up there. That's where you are locked up. That's where the problem becomes very complex and very terrible. You are locked up, you are silenced. You think you have people behind the hood fighting for freedom. This is very terrible. This is very, very terrible. I wish our people can come back home and start doing the needful. I wish our people can come back home and start doing the needful. Start building farms, start building, things that will help them survive. Putting things together to help them survive. I just wish this can happen with our people. Because anytime you find yourself in a situation, you cannot just be there and depending on a government. No, there can be ways to survive. There can be very unique ways to survive. But we are being disorganized by criminals everywhere. We are devastated. When you are in a situation of pain, suffering, anguish, when you find yourself in a very critical situation, it's very, very difficult to think constructively. Very, very difficult to think constructively. Honestly, it's very, very difficult to think constructively because you are thinking of survival. You're thinking of surviving. You're thinking of how to eat. You're thinking of how to. And this is the situation they want you to always be in, where you will be thinking of surviving, and they will be. What does it profit these people to continue to look at the people dying? How can you just come into a system where almost everybody is poor? You remove subsidy. You just remove subsidy when you know that fuel drives almost everything. It's not as if you have taken your time to invest on solar to say, okay, let me, you know, get green energy or clean energy, and let's invest to that point. Then we can now take these things little by little off. You just remove the whole thing and price. Somebody bought gas 12 kg for 1,000 plus, over 1,005, and you think that, I'm sorry, over 15,000, sorry, 1,5 also for 1 kg, and they wake up every morning. Somebody like Bajabiamila, Femi Bajabiamila, will come on TV also, or stay in his chambers there and talk, or stay where he is. I think they said he is the chief of staff or something, and begin to talk about social media being a menace. Being a menace. How? You are not solving the problem of the people, and you want to control the platform where they use to express and explain themselves. They want to gag people on all sides. They want to gag people on all sides. And people like Reno will go on social media, try to keep promoting them. Keep promoting them. It has become very, very, very painful and shameful. And my concern is now that rather than the people also to be reasonable and understand and begin to think constructively and understand the situation they found themselves and watch their back against those claiming to fight for freedom for them, they will still be the ones to use the little resources they have to give to those ones, and they keep defrauding them. Now, let's look at what is happening in Imo State. This is someone who claimed that he's going to give you freedom by December, and he said he's taking a census, the one in Finland. He said he's taking a census now. What do you call it? Is it census? Yeah, what he's doing is census because he's taking all your details. He's not talking about giving you ID card. He's not talking about giving you currency. He's talking about giving you BIAFRA by December. But he's not planning to do it in Biafra land. He's planning to do it in Finland. What, what, what a mess. Now, that's not even the issue because that's basically, anyways, the issue. But, anyways, let me give you further information. Now, he is talking about giving you freedom in December. This is February. February is ending. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. About 10 months from now, he has been doing all this while, say, for the past 2 years, is in Olu, sometimes Ihiala, sometimes Okigwe, Olu. Everything is centered around Olu. And Biafra land has how many states? You have six. Is it 6 states in? southeast, and 6 states in southwest. He's where Butuzo is. That's Olu. That's where they have their strong point. That is where they keep doing their what all they are doing. Now, if you cannot take the whole of Imo State and the man who is the so-called governor, whom he has been claiming that he's going to deal with, he's going to do this to him, he's going to do that to him. He was claiming that there will be no election and all of that in Imo State, and election was held, and the same hope that he's claiming that he's defeated, that he's running, he's hiding, he has gone to Abuja to hide. His men are after him, he's hiding in Abuja, he's doing this, he's doing that. The same hope is now still the governor. No, however it is, he's still the governor. And all he's doing around is around Olu, because he has limited men. All of them are in Olu and they're all criminals. They're doing now. If you go to Olu, what they're doing now is they have set cameras everywhere. And all they're doing is capturing the ammo tanks. You said you have sophisticated weapons and you are ready to take a nation, or to you have everything it takes. Even before February 25th last year, 2023, before the elections, you said you have all the equipment, you have all the materials, you have everything to make sure there's no election in Biafra land. And then few tankers come to Olu, around Olu area. They park there, they are waiting, and all you are doing is your men are using camera, hiding, whether drones or something, hiding up there and all of that, just capturing them. And somebody is asking you, why not shoot these ones or blow them up? Because you said you have all the materials. Why not deal with these ones? You said because where they are is residential area. Oh, when your men, during the issue of sit at home, when your men were going to the communities, the villages where people are living, residential areas, and shooting, destroying the goods of the people, scattering the pepper, the tomatoes, and everything of the people, stopping the keke man, beating him to stupor, using gun head to hit him, and all of that. Maybe I don't know what they did to the man, hitting people on the road. You don't know that is now you have armor tankers. Normally, you're supposed to have precision weapons, according to you, because you are prepared. You take the tankers. The tankers are on the road. They are not in people's houses. They are not in people's rooms. People are already hiding in their rooms. Take the tankers up. Take the tanks. Take the armor tanks. You said you have the weapons. You have everything to stop election. That means all the tankers that were coming to Biafra land, you have the materials to stop them. So why couldn't you stop them? All they're doing is on social media showing you camera how the tanks are moving. We are watching them. We have done this. They show you those ones, but they don't show you the ones that they said they have blown up 10. They have blown up 10 tanks. Till today, they have not shown you any picture of the tanks. And yesterday, one was posted that is it how was it said that a vessel also has been, you know in the Bakassi Peninsula, has been shut down or something, or is it destroyed or something. And he didn't mention who did it. He just posted it like that because he doesn't want to, he just want to put you there because he knows that in your gullible mind you would always say that he's the one who does it. He will not tell you that the Cameroonian forces have done it. He just tells you this has happened in Bakassi Peninsula. He just shuts up, and then you will now come to begin to thank him and appreciate him. Nigeria deals with you. You allow yourself again to be dealt with by the criminal in Finland. What is wrong with our people? Why can't you all reason? Why can't you all reason? Why can't you all understand that we are not yet anywhere? We are just where we are, not moving. The only solution we need is for Mazen Namikano to be out. And the only way Mazen Namikano can be out is for us to sit again and rehearse what we need to do and how we can do it. We might not have instant, because I remember last year or 2 years ago when we started talking about Mazen Namikano's issue and people are talking about action, action, action. Your so-called man who said he is ready to take on Biafra and give you Biafra in December, 10 months from now, is only running around in circles in Olu. He has not been able to get to Ngobala. He has not been able to get to Owerri. He has not been able to get to um, Okigwe or Iyala, all those places, take them fully anyways. He's just roaming around. He just goes to those places and gets some people down, and then they rush back to their tents. They are running in circles in Olu because that's where their base is. They have not even combed the whole of Imo State. in all this while, you've not even talked about Abia, where they cannot even enter. You've not even talked about Anambra. You've not even talked about Enugu. You've not even talked about Ebonyi. You've not even talked about um, you know, Ugocha. You've not even talked about Cross River. You've not talked about all of these ones. They are only running in circles in Olu. They have not even captured the territory of that Olu. They have their camp there. They have not even captured the territory. And they said they will give you freedom. They will pronounce Biafra in December. And you are busy. You don't know that they have bought enough time to be taking they take your details. Two, they take your money. And three, get more of your views and and, and social media sponsorship by your censoring. I'm sorry, by your support and all of that, so that they will make more money before that time. So even if you later discover that they are not able to, they have made enough. They just gave you that date to make sure they milk you dry, to allow yourself to be defrauded in all ways. You are defrauded in all ways. People tell you the truth, you don't listen. You are always thinking people are just being mischievous, or people are just hating. How? Hating for what? If you are doing something right, I'll tell you. Why should I be hating? The criminal, I was there supporting him strongly until when I discovered he's a criminal. I don't need to be the one to lead. Why would I be the one to lead? Mine is to see anyone God puts there. And I know it's God that puts you there. When Mazin Amikano was here, we were supporting. And suddenly he's taken. We now felt, okay, let's support this one. At least it's for us all, since he's already on the media. Since he's already on media. And he now comes to prove that he's a criminal. Number one, Ngozi Raboise came, and obviously I revealed everything. This lady, I gave evidences. This lady is a Nigeria agent. Rather, he lied and defended her. Said that those platforms she opened, those platforms were not opened by her. She entered into those platforms to get information, whereas she was the one who opened those platforms in 2000. Is it 2000, 2021 or so? She opened those platforms. The second, he talked about putting their faces on the currency. We told him this cannot happen. And then he goes online to call us criminal, and you guys don't see it. Why is it that people who come to tell you the truth and people who are sincere, because they don't come to dupe you? Why is it that our people are so easily manipulated and deceived? You like those who lie to you, those who tell you lies, who make you feel good with lies. That is why Mazin Amkani was sold, because they know that if he continues in that truth path, they can not get anything. Now you are here, despite of the errors. Elders will come to my page, to my inbox, and tell me, you see, don't be talking about him again. You see, we all make mistakes. Who is talking about who makes mistakes and who doesn't make mistakes? Every human makes mistakes. Every human makes mistakes. So mistakes is part of human existence. The issue here is not about mistakes. The issue here is about intent, intention. From people's actions, you know their intention. And when you know your intention, you don't just begin to play alibis or begin to play sentiments or create alibis. No, because anything as serious as freedom fighting is not something you just come to joke with and play, just be careless about. Because it has to do with destinies, both in the current generation and the generation to come. It's just like what Nigeria is doing with you. And I was listening to someone who he said he just discovered that Nigeria is not a country, that Nigeria was created for money purposes. And I was just listening to him. He said he's from Niger Delta area, and he was from Benin also. And he was talking, and he was like doing the exposition very well, talking about the Benin Kingdom, how when Obaisi, and how they Coco and King Coco and all those people were, manipulated and all of that, and how the British through George Goldie, sold Nigeria 864 or so thousand dollars, pounds to the British government after exploiting the region and all of that, Benue, River Niger, and all of those places. He was saying all of this stuff, yes, given the dates and all of that, and I said, wow, that's good. Of course, he's just discovering this, so let him speak, explain himself. But one shocking thing that now happened towards the end of the video. He said we have to retrieve, or we have to work to save our country. Still talking about Nigeria. He said, let's Nigerians. He was still calling himself a Nigerian. And he said Nigeria is not a country, that it is a business. It was set up for business and money. Now, in the end, he's talking about let Nigerians. How can you be addressing yourself as a Nigerian when you know, when you're already saying complicated? Okay, look at it. If I want to talk about Nigeria, I'll say the contraption. Or the indigenous people should rise, not Nigerians, because Nigerians are people who don't reason. So you can be a Nigerian and explain so much, and even have information about what Nigeria is composed of. But the truth here is, you will still want to embrace it because you're a Nigerian. You don't reason. You can have information without processing it in your mental faculty with understanding. So most people have information. They can talk about the history of Nigeria. They can tell you so many things and tell you how the British did this, how the British did that, and how the proxies are being used, and so many things. And all of this stuff, of course, is the knowledge they have. They can have the knowledge, but without understanding, because understanding helps you walk in wisdom. It is when knowledge is transfused, diluted, and processed in the realm of understanding that it is now exuded or used, which of course projects wisdom. Because when knowledge is available and knowledge does not go with understanding, there's no understanding with the knowledge you have. You have a knowledge of a particular thing, but you don't have an understanding of the implication of that thing to you in your life and the life of others, and the implication of that thing in all that you represent. Then that knowledge is only knowledge at that point in time. You have not got to the point of wisdom, because it is the application of that knowledge in understanding that gives you wisdom. And that's what's wrong with many Nigerians. They are very knowledgeable, just like the academicians, those who have gone to school and read so many subjects and different courses, and they are practicing in those fields. But the knowledge of those stuff that they have gotten, the knowledge is not translated in the realm of understanding for the purpose of wisdom. No wonder you find that most of them are not even able to. Those ones who are into sciences cannot invent anything. All they do is rely on Western inventions, and then, talk about them, analyze them, and criticize, and all of that. You have to understand this basic fact, that you can't allow Nigeria to deal with you, and then you allow the so-called people who are claiming to be fighting for freedom, for you to also deal with you. It's like the criminal lectures we are talking about. Now look at let me just go to X and just give you this particular information, because I just want to get this particular narrative right that I was trying to portray to you. When you know because sometimes it is not just about just saying some things, but it's about being able to get these things aright in knowledge. Someone tells you that he is, you know. Now let's look at this. Let me show you this. After 13 years of this very broadcast by the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. It's no more his leader, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. He has already said that the indigenous people of Biafra are criminals. They don't exist. So he now looks at Mazen Amekano and said, after 13 years of this very broadcast by a leader of indigenous people of Biafra, we are now fighting at the same time in the ballot box. Which ballot box? Ballot box that does not exist. Self-referendum, is that the ballot box? You are doing your own thing, which everybody, people do always. And you said you are. Now look at this information. I would just want to give you this information very quickly so that you can understand what is happening. Let me give you this information, because the manipulation is so much. Okay, French oil vessel bombed in Bakassi Peninsula. That's all. French oil vessel bombed in Bakassi Peninsula. Now, the impression here now is that it is his men that bombed it. He never mentioned anything about that. He never said anything about it. He just wanted to be, you know, he just wanted to be, what they call it in literature in English. I don't know if somebody can remind me. Where you try to give an impression as if you are the one conducting such, but of the truth, you are just trying to use it to win. propaganda. You are utilizing it as propaganda. Where you are trying to, I think, let me turn you so I can have a better, you know, view. Now, propaganda. French oil vessel bombed in Bakassi Peninsula. Normally, whenever they do some stuff in Biafra land, he will post it there. But because he knows this one involves French, stuff, he knows he cannot just come and say that his people have done it. And he knows that he cannot just come and brag and boast about what he knows that other people have done so that they don't expose him. Because definitely, it is the Cameroonian troops that did that. Sorry, the Ambazonian. Ambazonia. I think it's Ambazonia. Is it Alba? Okay, Ambazonia. The Ambazonia troops that did that. They're the ones who did that. You must be knowledgeable. You can't allow yourself to be fooled. Somebody's telling you that he's going to give you freedom by December, and he's still struggling around Olu. In fact, he has not even taken that territory of Olu, where his major camp is. And all he's busy doing is putting cameras everywhere. And tankers, armored tanks, are lined up there. They can't even take anyone out. Take one out, let others be confused. Or you should have snipers, or you have your men all around. And by now, you should have set traps everywhere. When they're coming in, you take them all. You're only able to show the people the camera stuff. You said they are moving around. And so, why wouldn't they move around? They came into that territory. You claim you're in charge of the territory. The only thing you are doing is ambush. But by now, you should have gone past that level because you said you have acquired every material that is needed for what you're doing. What your people do is when they see 2 or 3 or 4 soldiers in one van, they ambush them and then they kill them and they run away. No, you should be able to take armored tanks, take them all because you have acquired enough weapons. You don't just put them cameras, capturing them, and then later you come and give us a write up on social media that so thing has happened. But when they enter, you show us camera and but you don't show the remains or the armored tanks that were blown up. You didn't show it. You didn't show the stuff. You didn't play it out. You didn't give it out. How long can you guys continue like this? You can't continue like this, telling yourself lies every time and believing in lies. Anyways, 10 months is not far. It's going to soon come. But those of you who are giving of course, many of you, about 2 million of you or so, I learned that it's up to 2 million that has voted because people are desperate. He's trying to make you believe in him. But you guys have given your information out. You have sold out your information. I pity you guys, those of you who have given out your information. Because by the time you realize that he's a criminal and you decide to start talking against him and all of that, you'll be surprised at what he's going to do. You'll be surprised at how they will start picking you one after the other. When you mess up, they have your details. They know where your village is. They know where you're coming from. And so they begin to mess you up. That's what it is. You guys will not reason. Don't reason. Mazin Amikano himself couldn't even tell you. Mazin Amikano has stirred IPO before over 13 years. Still the leader. He has never one day tell you to come and do self-referendum. Nor has he told you to come and start giving him your private information. He won't tell you that because he knows it is not appropriate. You don't tell the people to give their information when you are not even the leader of the nation yet. The leader of the nation is there, and he knows that as a leader, he's a leader because we're fighting for freedom. That a legitimate government will come where people's information now will now go into, the national data and stuff, and all of that. Collation will be done. But when somebody who is claiming to be fighting for freedom for you is now telling you to give him information about you, you don't know that you are daft. Where did you hear Mandela or any other person telling you to give them statistics of their details of where they come from and their details of everything about them? You can take census of the people. You can tell them to vote. They come on social media, use their platforms to vote. But when you begin to ask for there is something about that. because it's about giving information, and then they'll begin to trace those ones who are against them. Trace those ones who are against them. And if you one day rise up against them, they will get your information. I've told my people, don't get involved in that nonsense. You guys must be wise. You must be wise. There's danger everywhere. People are suffering. I don't know how we're going to be able to help our people. There are so many people have lost properties in Lagos, lost their businesses. You know, so most of our people are being killed. Our people are going through hell. Did you know that many of our people traveling out are being used in places like Myanmar. Sorry, it's Miami, Myanmar. And other places as slaves. As slaves, they're not being paid. People tell you they want free visa, free this. They're going to give you accommodation, blah blah blah. They take you away, and some of them they are killed, and their stuff harvested. Their kidney and all their internal parts, organs, important internal organs harvested. Some of them are raped, and some of them are sent into prostitution. Somebody's collecting money on their head. Why would you allow? Our people are going through hell, and yet somebody would claim to be fighting for freedom for you. All he's doing is collecting your money, stealing from you, and you are allowing him to do that. Why not tell yourself, hold on, we have not seen yet what you have done yet so far. Can you tell me anything that has been done so far, other than all the stuff you're hearing, other than all of the stuff you're hearing on social media? How this place have been bombed, this one have been killed, hey, they have killed water here, water that. What has really happened? Anybody who is a serious minded person, who truly is fighting for freedom for you, and who has been doing it for 2 years and collected your resources for 2 years and all of that, and I've told you that he's in charge, and I've told you that he has a government, and he said he has gotten everything that would help, that would give you the freedom. By now, that person should be controlling one part of the territory. Where are all the weapons? Where are they? No part of Biafra, no community is being controlled for 2 years plus, and you're expecting to get freedom in 10 months. I mean, you're expecting they will just stay in Finland and announce that they declare Biafra, and then their men will now start misbehaving on ground, go and capture one policeman, kill him, and hide. You will now become the target. That's what it is, because you can't declare freedom and sit in exile. But you're allowing yourselves to get to this point. Why not reason out things for yourself? If you couldn't secure a local government for 2 years, in 10 months you want to take the whole Biafra land, you're still moving around in circles at Olu, constituting nuisance in Olu, kill and run. Then the soldiers will come there. Of course, your game plan with them, when you kill and run, they will come there, capture innocent people. Because we have been talking about capturing innocent people, how he's committing crimes and innocent people have been captured. He now came 2 days ago or so to say that they couldn't face your army. He couldn't face his army, and that um, when your army go, they will now come and start capturing um, innocent citizens. That's what he said. That when his army goes, they will come and start capturing innocent citizens. But they have come with armor tanks, and all you are doing is to show us camera, show us the video. They are there with their tanks. They are moving around, and then later you type something and tell us you have destroyed their tank. You have destroyed some tanks. No video, no evidence to show, nothing. But when you want to capture their tanks where it is parked, you have a camera. You can always have video to that effect. But when you have blown up the tanks, you say you claim to have blown up. You come on social media to type, I've blown up their tanks. You can prove with video. Look at the other time they did oil, they said they have destroyed oil installation. They just carry one picture and put it there for you. One boy just carry camera, walking around one fire, walking close to one small fire somewhere. How long would you be messed up and disgraced and manipulated like this? How long will you guys continue all of this mess, for God's sake? What's wrong with our people? How long will you continue to be manipulated this way? Look at what Tinubu's government is doing to you. You keep endorsing criminality. These are the acts and the behaviors we put up that keep us continually. This is the time we're supposed to come together under one umbrella and speak truth to ourselves and tell ourselves that we need to do something about this stuff. Tell ourselves this. Because right now, we have not started at all. You are only giving your money to enrich a few people, Azuka, Simon, and other people. And of course, what he does is chop small like chop. He gives them small and he eats the rest. As he and Azuka, of course, they are the chief thieves, stealing your resources. We can't allow such criminals to be in control of Biafra land. No, we can't. We're praying that Mazen Khan will be healthy, come out healthy, hearty, because we need him. When he comes out, there are so many things we would know. So many things that would be known. And I tell you, it won't be the same again. So many things. Mazen Khan needs to be out. He needs to be out. But I tell you that what we need now is to make ourselves formidable. And how can we make ourselves formidable? We are going to come on one platform. We are going to determine what we want to do together. We are going to begin to plan together what we want to do together. And then we're going to concentrate on building our land. Now, hunger is everywhere. We'll concentrate on building our land. And how do we do that? We would come together to plan the development of our land. The development of our land. It's very critical and very, very important. We need to plan the development of our land. If it's all this nonsense we're doing on social media, then we're not ready. And I don't know where critical reasoning or critical thinking went, how it's left us. Because Biafrans are known for critical thinking. But anyways, we have lots of people. Once they are smart, but they are not intelligent. It is known to be like that. We need to come under a platform. We started one under the Accountability and Transparency Group. That name was not given by ourselves. It was given by you, the public, by those who want to mock us. And it was used like sarcasm, sarcastical. It was used like a sarcastic expression or sarcastic description of us, you know. But we adopted it and said, yeah, that's a good one. Because whenever you name your thing the way you want it to be, definitely it becomes a watchdog and it also haunts you in that regard. When you hear of Niger area, thank you so much, Temple of Wealth and Fame. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. At least I have to speak the truth. When you hear of almost hail Biafra, yes, so yes. When you hear of Nigeria, you know that you are talking about criminality because you know how Nigeria came about is criminality. When you hear of transparency, you know that anything that is done here must be done transparently. When you hear of accountability, you know it must be done accountably. That's why we adopted the name. When you gave it to us sarcastically, trying to lay sarcasm or mock us, we took it a transparency and accountability group. Yes, we have had unfortunate incidents where people who could not stand it, the pureness of what we are standing for. Thank you, Ego. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you much. People who could not stand it, people who could not stand the template of transparency, they had to fall out. But that doesn't mean that we cannot work together again if we decide to come together strongly and say we want to be transparent. Now, what we are talking about, as we said, the original plan of transparency must be adopted and must be maintained. And we say, okay, now we want to be serious. That is why we're talking to you, because we have not started anything yet. Right now, all these things you're seeing on social media, they're all messed up. All these things Simon is doing. He has not conquered his own territory. That's where his camp is, Olu. For 2 years now, he's still dancing around Olu. All they are doing today is look at the camera's shots he was giving to you yesterday. Everything is centered in Olu. Biafra white land is so wide. He has not conquered a local government. He has not secured Olu under his territory, and he wants to give Biafra in 10 months. How long will it take to conquer the whole territory? If for 2 years you are still struggling under Olu, and you are not thinking. You think it's to just go and announce Biafra in Finland in December? You're not thinking. We need to come together now and do something for ourselves. Mazin Amdekanu would be proud of us when he hears what we're doing. And what we're doing is going to be the most much of the threat. It will threaten the zoo government very well because they are afraid of our unity. They are afraid of our unity. I'm talking about unity in the right perspective. A well cut out unity, a unity that is defined, well defined, unity that has a focus, not unity of criminality. No, they're afraid of that. And if we can defeat them by being united, that is the first fear we're going to put into them. The first fear. That's it. Cashing out on because they are so happy that things are going very bad. Two things are going to happen. Two things are going to happen definitely. Things are going bad in Nigeria. One, Nigerians will be thinking of who would help them. Then the criminals like Simon will be stealing from them more. Second, Nigerians, if they decide to rise to fight for themselves, the criminal will still take glory and say it is his actions that has made them to rise. He will now begin to tell you that his men are everywhere. His men are everywhere. So he knows what he's doing. He knows that if the people rise up, he's going to take the glory. If the people don't rise up and they still keep looking for freedom, he's going to also take their money. Two things. So he has well positioned himself. That is why he's very busy on social media. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't go out. He doesn't work. He is eating your money. The other time we heard he's been paid $4,500 every month. Who knows how much? Aside the ones that he steals, they steal. He and Azuka steals. Aside the ones they steal, I don't know. The formal one that's been written down is 4,000 plus. We need to come together under a platform. We don't have one yet. The DOS members have failed. IPOB is still there, yes, but we need to have a cut out set of people under IPOB who would now begin to do the things rightly. And that is what we brand as accountability and transparency. We are not the ones who named ourselves. It is the same criminals that named us. Our people love deceit and lies intact. In fact, they cherish it. It's so obvious, even though he is headed nowhere. He is only playing games. Very, 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 very smart game he's playing. If you scream that Tinubu is dealing with you, come for freedom. When you come for freedom, he'll be taking your money. If you scream that Tinubu is dealing with you, fight, rise up and fight. If you rise up and fight, he's going to take the glory. He'll tell you that his men are everywhere. Temple says, I have listened to you very well and I have convinced you of following eminent case legacy. Thank you so much, Temple. Thank you so much. We can't continue to deceive ourselves. We have to keep saying the truth. Even if I'm the last man standing, I'll keep saying the truth. At least my conscience is clear. You can't look at everything around and you begin to, at this current age, at the level one has gone and the things that have happened to you in life, you still come to allow one person in Finland, a criminal somewhere, to manipulate you and deceive you and take your resources or keep manipulating you. How? If you tell me you want to give me freedom, I look at the content. I look at you. I look at the content. When I was discovering the ills those times in 2022, when I was talking about Azuka giving accounts, when she now told Prince to tell me ask me why I hate her. I said, I don't hate you. We need you to be accountable. We need you to be accountable. How can I hate you? I told Prince, tell Azuka, I don't hate her. And she now start giving one funny analysis, defense, this. And the other women in Umwada were telling me, they give me information. Nothing is being done. This has been done. No, they don't know anything. And I went to the media team. I said, here we are. We are working with this man. We don't even know his plans. But let's insist on accountability. At a point, we called Simon for a meeting. He said, "Hey, we should just know that we all these things are distractions. We should just concentrate. We need to get freedom first." And of course, the meeting we called him was not as if people put it straight to him. They were just trying to play balls, play side games and all of that. And everybody now said, okay, since everything is like this, let's let's just allow him, since he said he's going to stop election in February 2023. Let's allow him stop the election, since that is what the monies have been contributed for. Then after that, we can now begin to ask for accountability for accounts. Let's have the details of what has been expended, because you can't be putting money in an individual's account and you are working to liberate a nation. It doesn't work that way. There must be an organizational administration, an organizational operation. It must be organizational so that everything will be transparent. But they said, okay, let's allow the election to go so that we don't distract the election process. That is how we allow the election to go. All of you were there. Even at that, allowing the election to go, I was just calm because you can't be fighting everybody. And I just kept going, okay, let's just allow it. That's a good argument, anyways. Let's allow the election. But as time progressed, we now saw more faults because everybody came into the scene, and she was quickly given positions and all of that. And I said, I got wind of the leaked information and the evidences that she's working for Nigeria and that she has a platform where she's promoting Nigeria politicians. And I gave the information quickly to Simon. Called him, fire on the mountain. He called me. I said, this is okay. I along the line I sent the evidences to him. And he lied. Because he didn't know that Ngozi was the one who actually opened that platform. So he didn't even know that I have details of those platforms, or that platform where she's using. And he lied that she entered there, she joined that group to be getting information about Nigeria. Whereas Ngozi opened that platform herself, even before she came into the BIAFRA stuff. She opened it in 2021, February 20 something. February something, I can't remember, but the 15th of something. She opened it for promotional, to make money from the Fulanis and politicians, promoting their platform, their politicians and all of that, to make more money. So when she came in, she was still doing that same business there. When she came to Biafra stuff in 2022, July or August, she was still doing it. I exposed it. He now went online to call us criminals. And then they brought the issue of the currency. And I said, no, we can't put our faces on the currency. We can't put our face on the currency. I asked, why do you want to put Simon's face on the currency? They told me, they gave me reasons. I said, no. Why do you want to put Azuka? They gave reasons. Why do you want to put Ngozi? They gave reasons. Why do you want to put the other one? What's the name of that guy? And they gave reasons. I said, these are not enough reasons. You can't put such kinds of people on currency. They have not, what contributions? What efforts? No, you don't. This is the face of our economy. You don't just put faces. Let's be proactive. That was the end. That was where I offended. I didn't steal money. Nobody gave me money. Nobody I'm not a signatory to the account. I didn't ask for any money from them, from IPOB or from the POS. And they came out to say we are criminals. I'm a criminal. And we are criminals for asking for the right thing to be done. That alone was a sign. And I knew that if this has happened, it simply means that February will not work. And we all sat down, we were waiting until February. You remember, I was not even saying anything in spite of all it was doing on social media. We didn't say anything. We were just waiting for February 25th to be over and the election period to be over and the 150 days to be counted. Let's see whether, okay, let's just give him the benefit of doubt. We waited and all of that, and nothing happened. That's when we began to speak, because the promise never came to pass. Everything you said you're going to do never came to pass. Now they are talking about referendum, self-referendum. And somebody's talking, they are talking about, you know, making impact with the how. But the secret here is that statistics, details of the people are being taken. That is where my concern is. They can trace those who on social media who have been fighting them. They can trace those who are young people. They can go and bribe to recruit into their kidnap program. They can trace the ones that can kidnap, and those people who, through their families, those ones who are talking, people like me, they would want to know those who are close to, your family, so that they can get them to get you. And all those people who have been talking on social media against them, they can use their family members, their names to trace them. For instance, if I say I'm from this local government, they will trace it. I'm from Ngopala, for instance. Thank God you can't trace me. You can't trace me. That's the truth. Because I am ordained. I'm protected by God. All these set of people are interested in just means of enriching themselves. They keep misleading and deceiving the gullibles. What would Simon say that he has achieved, that he wants his face to be on currency? Now they are now talking about the currency again. Now they're talking about the currency. We're waiting for to see the faces that will be there. They said digital first. Let's keep waiting. Let's keep waiting. Your boss is your boss. Now he doesn't call Mazin Namka his leader again. He said the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And 2 weeks ago he tagged that group, IPOB, criminal group. Today he has posted the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. That means the leader of the group I tagged, the organization I tagged criminal. The leader of the group or the organization I tagged the criminal group. Because if you are saying that the group doesn't exist, then you're now referring to Mazin Khan as the leader of that group. That means you are trying to tell the people also that he's also a criminal. Of course, you can't stop IPOB from existing. You're just making noise on social media. Now, I heard that most of our people on ground on Biafra land who are not informed, some of them have been to believe in the whole thing of freedom. Some of them are being manipulated to cast their votes. Oh my God, I wish we have a very wide coverage, media coverage to reach to people on the ground. I keep doing the little I can do by speaking to the heads of these people and telling them, tell your people that this is not real, this is not true. Some of them are doing that. Some of them are still doing what they're doing. We can't tell everybody like that because we can't reach everybody. I wish we have a, but if we can share this kind of broadcasts, this kind of programs, some people don't even have the means. But if we can also circulate it from our means, when we listen, when we share, and then we tell some people, we tell those who can tell, we share to those who can share. At least we'll be able to reach out to people for them to understand what is happening. Because our people are being manipulated everywhere. Everywhere. You are around Olu, struggling around Olu. You can't even blow up the tanks in Olu, and your headquarters is in Olu. Armor tanks from the Nigeria contraption are there. You only come to type on social media that you have blown up 10 of them, but yet you don't show any video of the evidences. But yet you can show us picture and video evidences of the tanks lined up in your community and telling us they are moving everywhere. And those cameras that are showing them are hidden somewhere. Of course, they have to be hidden. But why can't you shoot them? Why can't you blow them up? As you are showing us the video, you are blowing them up so that people will be seeing the live action. Because you said when you are in the period of war, you are conducting water. That's what you said. As your camera shows the zoo, you know, tankers lined up there. You show the camera will be there, and you show how you take one tank on, you take another tank, you take another tank, because they are not saying you should be somewhere. You should be. You're conversant with your area. You're the owner of the territory. So the places where you can be, they might not know. You just pick them. You take them one after the other. That's what it means. Not show us camera and show us the video and say they are here. They are moving here and there. They will not leave Biafra land alive. They will do this. They will do that. That's nonsense. Show us precision action, precise actions, actions of precision. Where as the camera is showing it, you are blowing up the tanks, and people are saying it. Wow! People will say, "Wow, this is great." That's what it is. That's what it is. Stop manipulating people for God's sake. And the people don't reason because you know they don't reason. Keep manipulating them. I'll stop here for now, and I want to thank you, people. I'm so pained at what is happening to our people in Nigeria. The price of things, my God. The cost of things, my God. People are dying. People are suffering. People are suffering. Our people are so wicked. Nigeria hurts you. You hurt your own people. Manipulating them, collecting their monies. Every Saturday they're collecting monies. They want to collect it for the next 10 months before you realize that they are not actually fighting for freedom for you. And when they declare free Biafra in the territory there, then you'll be jubilating in Biafra land, jubilating in Lagos, jubilating where you are, and they go back to their beds and sleep. What next? There will still be kidnapping at Olu and killing and pushing soldiers who are moving around and pushing policemen and all of that. And you'll be there thinking that you're getting freedom. Just get yourself to think right and think right. Because it's not good for you to be this daft. You have to think. I want to appreciate you guys. I want to appreciate you, Ego. Good too. Thank you for your messages. Thank you, Temple of Wealth and Firm. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And of course, we'll continue to uphold the truth. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so that we can reach out to more people, so that more people can get information of what we're doing. If you have not shared, please share this video. Share it right now. Like it first and share it. And then you can click the notification button so that whenever we come up, we can know. You will be alerted that we're up. You'll be notified. It's good to have, it's good to be here with you, and always it's good to serve you in this medium. Please, let's get ourselves together so that we can come under the platform of accountability and transparency. Even if we want to change the name and call it something else, we are free, but we have to come together and take our destinies in our hands, because as we speak, Mazin American is being held, everything is stopped. Every action of freedom is stopped. Everything is locked up somewhere. My stuff is dark. We need to revive everything. We need to get everything set and come up. We need to get things right. And it's only you and I that can do it. Let's come together. Let's reach one another. And then let's work together. Thank you so much, all. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow or so by God's grace. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And God bless you very good.